Hi everybody, this is your Monday motivation message with me, Kirsty from Lifting Consciousness. I've got the Gilded Tarot Royale here. I was going to say I've got the Sovereign Tarot here. That's how I always kind of, visualize it. And I feel we need some messages really from this Sovereign deck. I've also got the Queen of the Moon deck because tomorrow we have got the new moon in Scorpio. We are now in Scorpio season, of course, with the Sun and Venus there. And there is that enhanced energy. I've referred to it on a previous post, but certainly in relation to transformation that we would have been going through, well, certainly for the past 3 months, 6 months, however long we've all been going through this deep inner transformation. Pluto now being direct, of course, bringing a lot of that up for us in the retrograde, and then going direct, right, how are we going to now put this into action, in terms of our inner transformation, deep inner transformation, because of it being Pluto energy. Of course, Scorpio being ruled by Pluto. So we do have that depth coming through with the energy, and it can be very intense for a lot of you out there in the collective. And I will be doing a reading tomorrow for the new moon, but certainly understanding that Scorpio is fixed energy in itself, and the opposite sign of Taurus. Of course, there's Uranus is in Taurus at the moment, as well as the North Node. So there may be those sort of, when you think of that transformation, going through that transformation within, there could be some challenges, again, within, going on in relation to that sort of innovation when it comes to ourselves, reinventing ourselves through what that transformation has told us, and could also tie in with our purpose as well, with the North Node being there also. So there is a lot of heightened energy. That's nothing new, because a lot of us that can feel the energy know that there has been a lot of intense energy for a while. But this new moon coming tomorrow, of course, has a partial solar eclipse with it as well, which is just going to enhance that Scorpio energy as well. But I'll leave that for tomorrow's reading. I will crack on with today's reading. This is the Monday motivation message. We'll just check in and see what we have for the collective from the pure white light, okay? And again, it's not going to resonate for everybody out there because the collective is huge. But there might just be some messages of inspiration within that can help you on your journey. Okay. What do we have, please, for the Monday motivation message? Thank you. Straight away, we had the Six of Pentacles flip. So that's very much to do with balance and reciprocity. Of course, at the moment, just going back into the astrology, we do have Mercury in Libra still at the moment, and also of course the moon is still there currently before it transits across to Scorpio. So that Libra energy just came to my mind when I see Six of Pentacles, because I always think of that balance and that fairness and that equal give and take. So that's interesting. Let's see what else we've got. Okay, thank you. Two of Swords in reverse. There's fear around making a choice, but it's a choice that you already know deep within. This is the Swords energy that can be that overthinking, and often you might know the right choice, the right option for you, but there's that fear of taking the metaphorical blindfold off. That could be what's going on because it's in reverse. There could be fears or hesitancy around that. Okay, what else do we have, please? No, that's too many, but I did see the Star flip over, Knight of Wands, and Judgment. Okay, so in terms of sort of that rebirth energy I was mentioning, but also answering the call of your soul, Judgment is also Libra energy, and moving in the direction of that which you want to pursue with the Knight of Wands there. But Four of Swords is what we've got. We've got another one that's come out as well, but it's currently flipped over, so I can't see what it is yet, but we've got Four of Swords. This is all about sort of taking the moments to rest where you need to. It's also putting the past heartbreak or that which has caused you emotional pain or mental anguish, because Swords energy as well. Those Three of Swords, it's like keeping those there, like putting them on the wall almost, not to showcase it by any means, but it's almost saying you can leave that in its rightful place, and you've got that clarity, which is at your foundation. You've got that clarity of what that's shown you, but it's time to sort of rest so that you can recuperate from whatever pain you might have gone through in the past, or stress, that can pull at the heartstrings sometimes, depending on what the situation is. But and this is interesting. because I was referring to that one sword, and the one that was flipped underneath was the Ace of Swords in reverse. So we've got a lot of swords energy. So there is a lot of overthinking going on in the collective at the moment. Again, you know, this heightened energy that's almost pushing us to embark upon that transformation of that which we know, of that we, you know, we want to be aligned with, and we want to kind of go through it for our own highest good. But at the same time, it's that sort of, you know, we've got to break away from the past version of ourselves, and that can be quite scary. It can be quite, you know, can make you quite apprehensive. So there is a lot of stress there, or fears around making a choice, or fears around the truth of the matter, because that's in reverse. On the bottom, we've got 9 of Pentacles in reverse. 9 of Pentacles is very much about that independent success. Of course, it's 1 pentacle away from the 10, which is that sort of quintessential dream of having emotional, material and spiritual fulfillment. But, you know, to do that with that stability within, you're being asked to do something, to pursue something by yourself, independent success, not reliant on another. We can have support, of course, but it's our journey, I guess, is the point I'm trying to make. And there may be fears around that because that's in reverse as well. So almost like, can I really achieve this? If I go through this transformation, can I really achieve this? And that could be what's causing all this swords energy. But that's very interesting because, yeah, 6 of Pentacles, again, there is a desire for equal, fair, you know, whether it's connections or whether it's a situation, there is a desire for something to be fair, for having that fairness, I guess, for having that reciprocity. You know, you want to put the energy into something, but the reciprocal energy back is what you're kind of striving for, because that's fair, that's just, you know, it's balanced, it's more harmonious in that way, and it's more stable also when it's balanced. But the heavy swords energy would say there's certainly stress here around accepting the truth of a matter, or accepting the clarity that has been shown to you of that which needs to be kind of removed in terms of what is not in balance. That came out in a previous reading I did. I think it was on the weekend. So that's something that, you know, it can bring up a lot for us of where we need to make changes, but often the truth can be difficult to see. And that's why with this blindfold on, you know, think of it like a metaphorical blindfold, because it's sort of, I know the right choice, I know the right sword, I know what that truth is telling me, I know what's the truth and what isn't, but do I really want to take the blindfold off and see that for its reality? Definitely needing to rest. I mean, that's in the upright, those two are in reverse. So there is a need to definitely have that recuperation when you know that you need it, you know, if that makes sense. So it's kind of, you know, any past pain or heartbreak or anything that gives that 3 of Swords energy. It could be something that's current, it could be something that's in the past, but you've still been hanging on to it and you haven't really realised you have been. And that might be what that clarity has shown you. But regardless of that, it's almost now trying to put that again in its rightful place. You know, it stays in the past, I can learn from it, but I need to ensure that this clarity, this truth I've been shown about it, is at my foundation, and then I can rest, I can be rejuvenated. And again, with that Uranus in Taurus energy, I can be, you know, reinventing myself based upon my worth and my value of that which I know is true for me, of that which I'm worthy of, in order to get that independent success of the 9 of Pentacles. Okay, let's see what we have for the Queen of the Moon. So I hope that gives some insight, but it's trying to, and when I say rest, it could be literal rest, or it could just be in some kind of meditation where you're relaxed and you're not overthinking, but you're rather feeling into the situation as opposed to the Swords energy. Okay, what does the Queen of Moon? Queen of the Moon. Queen of Moon, Queen of the Moon. Okay, yeah. So pleasure in the reverse. All right, now, yeah, that fell out of my hand. So in the upright, we can see here, there's this beautiful light emanating from the heart chakra, but all around, you know, that light that's coming out through that expression of truly being oneself. So imagine this as the transformed, rejuvenated, reinvented self from that transformation. And that is then shining that light brightly for all to see. And it's almost a beacon for other people then that are going through it and saying, well, they've gone through such heavy transformation, so intense. I can do it, I can get there. And it's being that positive role model in that sense as well, but also to yourself, because when you can emanate that from yourself, you're going to get that back, you know, in return. Absolutely. And that is, again, that reciprocal energy. Six of Pentacles. Okay. What else do we have? Thank you. Okay. Hunger. Massive moon on this card. So this is the wolf moon energy. But when you think of the wolf here, you know, it's almost that wolf within that's the warrior for you in your life, your inner self, you know. But when you think of your inner self, I also mean your higher self, because I'm looking at this in terms of your soul. So the wolf that is there, that is hungry for more, that is hungry for that transformation, hungry for that transformed life and that experience of that which you are truly worthy of, but also needing to fight for it in that way. Being a leader as well, you know, when you think of leader of the pack, but being a leader of your own life, that sovereignty again. And actually recognizing that that's what drives you forward in terms of this transformation, that fighting spirit. Yeah. Definitely. We've got resilience, which makes me think of the Ten of Wands, but it's saying that, you know, the resilience of all of this that you've had to carry for so long in order to go through this transformation. You know, it's not an easy process, but it's commendable and you're almost there. So the resilience is something that is then a trait, you know. So again, with all the challenges we go through and the lessons we go through, our strength and resilience really shows us who we are and what we've been through. And it's testament to our soul and that wolf spirit within. Extremes, okay, so it could be a passionate time for some. Okay, and that makes me think of fire energy. So again, taking action towards what you want, all right? And again, with that extremes and hunger, it's almost like, yes, I've really got this fire energy within. I want to go towards, you know, what I want to go towards, and I've got the hunger for it, and it's going to be something that's going to really light my sacral chakra, you know, up. And of course, we've got sovereignty. So that further reminder to be the sovereign of your own soul, to be the sovereign of your own life, upholding your sovereignty no matter what, because that way you can truly embody your worth, you can express your worth through your actions, and certainly get more into the cups energy of feeling rather than the swords energy that's here of the overthinking. So I hope that finds you well. And on the bottom, we've got beauty. There's beauty in this transformation. Even if it's challenging, even if it feels horrific, there is beauty within it because there's so much being learnt. You're discovering so much about yourself, and it's all for the positive. It's all for your highest good. So embrace the energy, okay, of the transformation if this resonates for you, and just try and remove yourself from any unnecessary stress in order to feel your way through in terms of the path that you wish to go on, you wish to go on, you wish to follow, you want to follow, the path you want to follow. And certainly, you know, in that direction of the more transformed, evolved self throughout your experiences. So I hope that finds you well. Of course, I've still got my special offer on at the moment for a 3-card mini tarot reading with supporting oracles, or 3-card mini moonology oracle reading with supporting tarot for $11.11. Of course, that's Great British pounds, because I'm here in the UK. And certainly for the new moon, you know, what does the new moon mean for you? What will it mean for you with the energies? So, and I can also take a look at your natal chart as well alongside the transits, and that would be a personalized moonscope. So I've got those offers that are currently on at the moment. So do send me a message, reach out if you're interested to check availability. But that's all for now. I'll see you next time. Love and blessings.